Impressive work, Michael, Marcus said, scrolling through my presentation. This security system could revolutionize how we protect corporate networks. I nodded, masking my pride. 2 years of relentless work had led to this moment. Thank you, sir. The neural network's ability to detect and adapt to emerging cyber threats is entirely unique. We could patent this within months. My name is Michael Chen, and at 32, I had created something that could change the cybersecurity industry forever. An artificial intelligence capable of evolving faster than any hacker, shielding networks in real time without human intervention. Marcus leaned back in his leather chair, his expression unreadable. The board meeting is next week. I want you to send me all documentation, every line of code, every test result. Something in his tone made me pause. 5 years at TechShield Industries had taught me to read my boss's moods. Something wasn't right. Of course, I said carefully, though I should be there to explain the technical aspects. That won't be necessary. His reply was too smooth. I understand it well enough to present it myself. Of course he did. Lately, Marcus had been taking credit for my work. Small things at first, a feature here, an innovation there. But this was different. This was my life's work. That evening, as I prepared the files he requested, a message popped up on my screen. Sarah, HR, emergency meeting. Tomorrow, 9:00 a.m. mandatory. I leaned back, my mind racing. Pieces clicked into place. Marcus wouldn't dare, would he? The next morning, I stepped into the conference room to find Marcus, Sarah, and 2 security guards waiting. Michael, Marcus said, not even bothering to disguise his smirk. We've discovered some concerning behavior, unauthorized use of company resources, working on personal projects during company hours. I remained silent, watching him lay his trap. Furthermore, he continued, savoring every word, he violated your contract by developing competing technology while employed here. As per company policy, all your work belongs to TechShield. Effective immediately, we'll be taking control of the project. I exhaled slowly. You mean you'll be taking control? His grin widened. Pack your things. Security will escort you out. Through the office window, I saw him rehearsing his boardroom presentation, already basking in his stolen triumph. He thought he had won. Thought he had erased me with a few manufactured accusations. What he didn't know was that I had seen this coming months ago. The AI had an undocumented feature, a hidden protocol buried deep in its neural pathways, a trigger set to activate exactly 30 days after deployment. That night, in my apartment, I opened my laptop, accessing the hidden backup server. Every conversation with Marcus, every stolen idea, every manipulated report, and most importantly, every change he had made to my code after stealing it. A message popped up from Tom in it. Tom, he's already modifying the base code, trying to make it look like his work, just like you said he would. I smiled. Marcus was so busy erasing my fingerprints, he didn't realize he was setting off the countdown himself. In 30 days, when the system went live for the board, it would do exactly what it was designed to do, expose every security threat to the company, including the one sitting in the CEO's office. For weeks, I watched from a distance as Marcus prepared to unveil his revolutionary AI system. Tom kept me updated on every change, every attempt to erase my name. He's completely rewriting the documentation. One of Tom's messages read, "Erasing all traces of you," but he doesn't understand half the architecture. He's making mistakes. Perfect. Every sloppy modification Marcus made only reinforced the hidden protocol I had embedded deep within the system. Like a digital immune response, it would recognize and expose any unauthorized interference, along with the one responsible. 20 days after my firing, I received an unexpected visitor. Sarah from HR stood at my apartment door, glancing over her shoulder before stepping inside. Michael, she said, lowering her voice, I need to tell you something about Marcus. I let her in curious. Sarah had always been his loyal enforcer. What had changed? He's done this before. She perched on the edge of my couch, her fingers gripping a small thumb drive. At his last company, he stole a major project and fired the lead developer. The guy tried to fight back, but she hesitated. The evidence disappeared, just like your personnel files are disappearing now. I kept my face neutral. Why are you telling me this? Because it's wrong, she said simply, and because I found something when I was archiving your files. She handed me the drive. Original project proposals from 2 years ago. Your proposals. Timestamps, signatures, Marcus must have missed them. I turned the device over in my palm, already knowing it would fit perfectly with the evidence I had been gathering. Thank you, Sarah, but aren't you worried about your job? She straightened, smoothing her blazer. Some things are more important than jobs, Michael. Then, after a pause, she added with a small smile. Besides, I already have interviews lined up. What Marcus is doing isn't just unethical, it's illegal. After she left, I checked my hidden server. 10 days until activation. Marcus had scheduled a board presentation for exactly 30 days after my firing. He wanted to establish ownership of the project as quickly as possible. My phone buzzed. Tom again. You need to see this. He's trying to patch in new security protocols, making a mess of the core functions. I logged in remotely through a secure connection Tom had maintained. There it was, Marcus blindly tampering with the AI's fundamental architecture. Every attempt to overwrite my work created new vulnerabilities, new gaps that the system was designed to expose. 7 days before the presentation, I received an unexpected message from Marcus himself. Michael, upon review, perhaps we were hasty in terminating your position. Would you be interested in discussing a consulting role? Limited scope, of course. I smirked. He was getting nervous. Emails appeared on the screen. Marcus taking credit for my work. Messages detailing how he orchestrated my firing. The AI's voice echoed through the stunned silence of the boardroom. What you are seeing is a comprehensive security audit. My primary function is to identify and expose threats to system integrity. The most significant threat detected: systematic theft of intellectual property by Marcus Wheeler. Gasps rippled through the room. Then Sarah's documented evidence appeared. Proof of Marcus's history, how he had stolen ideas before, how he had erased others' contributions and claimed them as his own. Then came the final blow, the original project proposal sheet, saved and timestamped with my name on it. Turn it off, Marcus shouted, jabbing frantically at the controls. But the system no longer responded to him. It had recognized him as a threat, and just like any other security risk, it had locked him out. One of the board members stood, his expression unreadable. Mr. Wheeler, what is the meaning of this? It's a trick, Marcus stammered. A disgruntled ex-employee trying to. Actually, a voice interrupted from the doorway. Tom stepped into the room, holding a stack of printed documents. It's exactly what the AI was designed to do: protect intellectual property and expose security threats. Michael Chen built this system. And these, he held up the files, are the original development logs proving his ownership. The boardroom erupted into chaos. Journalists scribbled notes. Investors made frantic calls. And Marcus? He looked like a man watching his world collapse. My phone buzzed. A new message. Charles Montgomery, board chairman. Mr. Chen, would you be willing to meet to discuss your AI system? The real one, not the compromised version Mr. Wheeler attempted to present. I smiled, typing back. Of course. Though you should know, what you saw today was the real system. It protects against all security threats, including corporate espionage. By that evening, Marcus was escorted out of the building. By morning, the scandal had hit the tech blogs. AI exposes corporate theft during live demo. The headline spread like wildfire. 1 week later, I sat across from the board of directors. They listened intently as I outlined my true vision for the AI. How it wasn't just designed to protect networks, but to ensure corporate transparency and accountability. When I finished, Charles Montgomery leaned forward. We'd like to offer you a position, Mr. Chen, Chief Technology Officer, full control over your AI's development, and of course, complete patent rights under your name. I accepted, on one condition. Tom would head my development team, and Sarah would lead a new corporate ethics division. Charles smiled. Done. As for Marcus, last I heard, he was facing multiple lawsuits, not just from TechShield, but from his previous companies. The AI hadn't just exposed his theft of my work. It had revealed a pattern of deception spanning years. Sometimes revenge isn't about destruction. It's about letting the truth reveal itself at exactly the right moment. Now, when I pass by my new office, Marcus's former office, I think about something my father used to say. Intelligence without integrity is just a weapon pointed in the wrong direction. Marcus thought he was stealing a weapon. Instead, he armed it against himself. The AI system is now an industry standard. It doesn't just protect against external threats, it stops the internal ones too. And every time it exposes another corporate thief, I remember that moment in the boardroom. Marcus's face when he realized the truth. He spent so much time trying to erase me from my own creation. He never realized that my real signature wasn't in the documentation. It wasn't in the code comments. It was in the heart of the system itself, an unshakable commitment to exposing the truth. Because sometimes the best security system isn't just about protecting data. Sometimes it's about protecting what's right.